popular. All right, we're live, guys. So,
Hello.
hello, welcome to the Masalatech Chaicast, the first episode. Today we'll be talking about the Microsoft hardware event, the new Nexuses, the new HTC 8i. Yeah, anything else we can think of?
Watching.
Huh?
Also, there's probably no one watching.
There's probably no one watching, but if they, okay, this is gonna be posted right away, so we
Yeah.
gotta keep this going. All right, first up, what do you guys think of the new Nexus 6X? No, I got that wrong. 6P.
6P.
Yeah.
The design is weird.
It is weird.
The
What should
whole thing around the camera is just... I don't know why they did it that way. To be honest, I don't really dig it.
I don't get it either.
But on the front, it does look kinda hot. But I don't know.
It looks like a Nexus 6. It looks like my current Nexus 6 I've got right here, except they took the back and flattened it, the top.
No, and the camera become like a strip on top. It's kind of like taking the new Moto X, the little strip, turn it sideways.
I hadn't seen it that way, actually.
And, like put the sensor on the side.
Well, it's like a isn't that the fingerprint sensor? Or are we talking about two different things? Oh no, I got it now. Yeah.
I was
The
just talking
fingerprint
about
sensor seems pretty cool, but I think I'd prefer it to be like on the home, on a button probably, not on the back.
No, I think it makes sense because when you pick up your phone, you're holding it like this, and then your hand's gonna be resting there anyways, right?
Well, I think both make sense.
Yeah, but if it's too big, I don't think you're gonna hold it like this. I mean,
Well,
mine's
okay,
just
like-
a bit bigger.
Like when I hold mine up like this, my hand's naturally resting like right here where I think it would be.
That's
Right?
that's the beauty of Motorola as a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Here's my Moto X. Here's my old Moto X. There you go.
But yeah, I also think it makes sense. It does make sense too if you have a fingerprint sensor right on your home button, because that's where you're pressing for most of the people.
You know
If
what's
they have a home button.
What's a big problem for me? What I'm worried about is like, okay, you see my Nexus 6, everyone's iPhone, the power button is here. So
Yeah.
everyone tries to push down the speaker girl, and I'm worried that like in the next
I have the
couple
same
months or so,
problem.
it's gonna fall off.
Do you know Tristan? Do you know Tristan?
Well, yeah, I know he had that problem.
He has a Nexus 6, and everybody thought that the little, it's not a real speaker, it's a decoration that they put on it. It's
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
Wait, no,
No,
it's
it's not a
a
strip.
speaker girl. It's a
and
speaker
then,
girl, right?
well, yeah, the speaker is under it, but the bar itself, that's nothing. It's just like a decoration.
It's like
But
a
then
Oh.
I'm thinking that is
I'd still be
think-
mad if something happened to that.
But no, the real problem is people think it is a home button and they keep pressing it, and eventually it get loose.
Right, that's what I said. I want that to happen, so I don't, I'm not gonna let anyone touch my phone.
And then the funny thing is the top side, the top bar of on his speaker is also loose because people can't recognize which one is on top, which is the bottom.
Yeah, he was telling me about that at like one of our meets or whatever, and I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, I mean, what else? It's got a Snapdragon 810, right?
Yeah,
That's-
Well,
it has
It
USB-C,
has like
right?
the killer specs, but I think the most highlight part is going to be Android 6.0.
Yeah.
Well,
agree
yeah,
with that.
but to be honest, I don't think it deserved to be 6.0. It probably should have been 5.3.
Well, it really should have been 5.0 because, I mean, okay, not that Lollipop was an insane upgrade, but I think
Yeah.
it's what Lollipop should have been.
Well, I
Yeah.
think Lollipop is just a standard for getting people to know what material design is and how to do it.
Exactly.
Well, no, that's true. But I mean, I actually love Lollipop. I watched the developer conference like 3 times
Yeah.
for it, and I was like, oh my god, those animations are gonna be so cool.
And then they started that every app is using the art mode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what that is.
Oh yeah, it's like just basically the program that runs apps.
It's another program. So when you install an app, it will be faster when you open it every time on after you installed it.
Right. It basically just like if apps are app optimized for it, then it basically makes them like easier to open or something. I'm not actually entirely sure. Yeah.
But Android 6.0, like the only real big changes that I can see are Google Now on tap.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
that's actually that's so
Incredible
cool.
thing.
I don't know if I'd ever actually use it, but I just think it's so cool.
Well,
It's
I
super
think I
cool,
will
but
use
it's
it
still super
probably more
early,
than
so it doesn't work
because
very
I'm
well.
busy.
Oh, I mean, did you see? Okay, doesn't the Bing app do something similar now? Did you see
The
that?
Cortana, you mean?
No, not Cortana. They apparently like the Bing app itself has some sort of feature where it can do that. I was reading about it recently. I forgot what the
Windows
article was.
10?
No, not Windows 10. Like the Bing app for here. Let me look at it while you guys talk. I'm trying to find it.
Well, I think the Google Now on tab is a lot similar. If you're
No.
if you're comparing it to Cortana, which is like
Yeah.
a mix of Siri and Google Now.
No, I found it. Okay, it's the Bing Android app. One second. Let me see if I can screen share.
Oh,
Yeah, here we go. Oh, this is cool. Can you guys see this?
Nope.
No.
Oh well,
No,
alright. Yeah, here's like the Bing Android app. Basically allows you to do the exact same thing inside any app.
Uh-huh. Dude, this is creepy though, San.
How so?
What if I have some creepy tab open and then I show people?
Because Peter has creepy tabs open all the time. He's always on something.
Okay, whatever.
So when they're watching you doing something, when they're watching you doing something bad, you don't want them. We don't want them to do that.
Okay. Make sure you mute.
Okay.
Make sure you turn off my camera when there's appropriate tab going.
When the rest of us are doing normal stuff on our phone, it's cool.
Okay.
Anyways, which one would you pick, the new Nexus 6 or the new Nexus 5?
Oh, we haven't really talked about that. All right, let's talk about Nexus 5, I guess.
Wait, what? I thought we were talking about Android 6.0. Because
yeah, I mean,
really, if you're looking at that two phones, there's really not much things we can talk about. All the specs you can find online, all the things, all the reviews, all the media is going to write. But I think for Android 6.0, that's the real change there.
I mean, I actually love the idea of, I love Doze because I want, like, the biggest problem I have with my phone is always battery life.
Yeah,
90% of the time.
How they're going to turn off well, maybe not like turn off, have the sensor learn, study your habits and sleep.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Time period to save battery life. That's a really great idea. And then like the Google Now on tab, I think it's so interesting how you can like hold on to your home button and then it reads the information from your screen. That's what really surprised me.
It's super practical.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
But it's
like
still
you read things from your screen. You're not actually inputting something. You're
like, when are you ever like sitting at your phone and like, oh, I can't open Google right now to look this up. It's gonna take me way too long to open another app. I mean, it's a really cool concept, but I don't see myself ever reusing it ever.
Well, like if you
gotta
about an appointment you want to set up, you just hold on to your home button and then it got the calendar up. It automatically fill up your time, fill up the event for you. I think that is going to be a killer feature for me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Google stuff, I love the idea, like the idea of Google Now always on. But I see myself using it like, I don't know, maybe, yeah, almost never. I use it for like reminders and alarms. Like I'll say, okay, Google, send an alarm for whatever, but then, oh yeah, they just opened it. Go no.
But it's so much more than that, though. Like if you just wanna, well, there are demos about it, so.
But what is like? Okay, Pete, when was the last time you used Google Now, or not Google? Yeah, always on Google Now on your Moto.
Today.
For what?
Do I have to tell you?
Okay, are you doing more secret stuff on there, Pete?
No, I can actually look it up for you if you want.
No, Peter just has really weird browsing habits that he doesn't want anyone to know about.
No, I actually looked it up. Some college thing with Google Now.
Yeah, but why didn't you just open your phone, open Google, and type it in? That would take like 10 extra seconds.
Because Google Now is right on top of your phone. It's on the sidebar. Why would you take time to open?
But did you use Always Now? Did you like yell "Okay Google" across the room to open it? Oh my God! Stop.
Sometimes I want to go off Google Now to the rest of my class. Like
yeah, I mean, you use it to show off, but you don't actually like. Okay Google. Okay Google.
Yeah, from the mobile head. Okay Google.
Like once I was trying to show off like okay Google to one of my friends, and they're like, oh, Siri's so much better. So we were like walking around school like yelling at our phones. Like, oh, Siri, okay Google.
But the Android, the Google Now on tab is just a tab. You don't have to say anything. That's the thing, and it reads information from the screen. Again, I think that's pretty useful. Why do you think you're never going to use it?
On paper, it's super cool, but
Yeah.
applied, who knows?
Yeah,
It's still super early. It isn't even available in Spanish, so for me, that's messed up.
yeah,
I
that
would
sucks.
never be able to use it.
That actually does suck. Yeah, it's probably taking them a while to set it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, the 5X itself, it's basically, I feel like you might as well just go for the new Moto X. The 12 megapixel camera is cool.
And I think it does look better than the 6T.
On what? Oh,
It
yeah,
looks
yeah, the actual.
better. Yeah.
I don't like the
Doesn't
camera,
look
not the actual like megapixels or whatever. I don't like the weird like jutting out.
the protuberance of the camera. Well, both
Yeah,
cameras
there's that.
are really pretty.
Is that weird for you?
The camera?
Yeah,
Both
like just
cameras
the.
are super weird.
Yeah, they're both sort of weird, but this one's just like a solid like couple like maybe okay, maybe not an inch. Yeah, it's long. I don't know. What do you
But I
think?
don't know, I remember that you really loved the blue color of which phone was it? Which is
Oh,
Vision Cloud?
the Robin. That was so
Exactly.
cool. Dude,
It's
I love
there's
that thing.
even a blue option.
Yeah, dude, that thing's beautiful. Okay, sidetrack now. But isn't the Robin like the coolest phone ever?
I don't know, man. I think
What?
you need a super awesome data plan to be able to use it.
Oh yeah, but just like the design and the fact that it was made by like previous people at Google and stuff, like I just think that's cool.
That's awesome. But I'm super worried about all the data it will need.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. But I mean, it's mostly for like you're mostly doing data syncing at home for the most part, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's the difference between that and using Google Drive on your phone?
I mean, but Google Drive, like, it's not just for files. It like syncs your entire phone. Like you're like, unlike iOS where everything's interconnected, and when you go to a new phone, you got iCloud and stuff to back it up. Like you don't have that on Android. Like this is cool because it just your entire phone, all your apps are backed up no matter what you go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's something Android really should use.
But then I
It
think.
really should.
But then I think Android also have a problem. Like for me, I just got switched to a new phone, but everything on my old Nexus 4, all the app data I have to transfer to a new phone. I think that's really pissing me off.
Well, you know what sucks is like, okay, you know how you can transfer all your data through NFC, right?
Like, well, yeah. That's
Yeah, on setup.
one thing,
But
or
I always like when I'm upgrading to a new phone, I'm probably not keeping my old phone. Like I'm gonna sell it and then get my new phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how am I going to use NFC to transfer all the data when it's like, I just sent it out?
Or I mean, if you're a little more smarter, you probably use like backup
Oh, alright, dude.
titanium, and if you can root your device. But like, what if someone who just want to have phones like iPhone, you just change everything from your old phone to your new phone?
Sure, I know, that's what I'm saying. It's just like on the iPhone it makes way more sense.
You can only re-download, it will records whatever app you have on your previous phone, but it does not do the automatic data save for you. Even
Well, it kind of does, right? Isn't there like a backup setting, right?
well, yeah, a lot of them do, but for games and stuff, they
Oh, yeah.
don't. Even if you sign in the same Google account, not like Clash of Clans, because those games are always online, but like some simple games, you lose your progress.
Mm-hmm.
And for some,
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
you lose your progress. That's really stupid.
No, it is. I agree with
I
that.
just think they need a little work on that one.
But I think that's the developer's problem. I remember I used to play Swordigo a lot on both the tablet and my phone, and it did have a cloud save option so you can continue playing on any device.
But I mean, something like Flappy Bird or something is not gonna have a cloud save. Like I know some people who like really cared about their Flappy Bird score, and like I could see that being a problem for them switching to a new phone. And I don't think they're gonna set up cloud storage just to transfer your score. Like, oh no, that's what Google Play like leaderboards and stuff for though.
Yeah, well.
So, what do you guys think about the new iPhone? I mean HTC A9?
I don't know. It's Well, alright, let's see. I mean,
That's
it's
a good one.
interesting. That was a good one.
It looks so iPhone-y.
It looks like they. Oh God, even jeez.
By
Like,
the way, they did not copy iPhone. The iPhone
That's
copied it.
ridiculous.
That's
yeah,
just
it's like they took the iPhone and it's like one of those cheap iPhone knockoffs from like China. You know?
Oh, what are you talking
Sorry.
about?
Although this one is
Sorry,
better
Peter,
than
but it does.
The iPhone knockoffs look way better than that one.
Oh.
I mean,
I
we
don't-
all
I don't-
know
Huh?
that manufacturers copy each other, but this is just too much.
This is ridiculous. It's like on their website they're like, "Oh, we designed the all-metal HTC One. Like we know something about design.
And
We
then
know how to copy."
You know one thing about that
Exactly.
phone though?
What?
The specs of that phone is pretty similar to Nexus 5X, and it's supposed to be like a mid-range phone, but they sell it $400.
$400? Okay, it's Android 6.0 with
Tell
Sense.
me a reason. No, like
It's
tell me a
also
reason. If
bad.
I have $400, why shouldn't I get a new Model X and to get a HTC A9 with everything?
But all those ultra pixels.
No.
Ultra pixels. And that HTC design.
What?
Apple design.
Apple design.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys like Sense? I don't know.
I
If, I don't.
actually
Not
have
sure.
never used it.
Yeah,
No.
same. But like just looks wise, like it's supposed to be like the second best and compared to stock. Like that seems like the general opinion. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we do have an HTC here, but it's super old, and it's before the first HTC One. And
Oh, so it's
Sense-
okay. Yeah.
It's the One X actually, but Sense before was, the skins weren't pretty at all, I think. But
Oh no! I actually did.
improved
My
it.
mom. My first HTC, my first experience with Android was actually my mom's old HTC Droid Incredible, like the original one.
Oh yeah.
No
It was
way.
like it was on like gingerbread and oh my god, it was.
My first Android experience was old school too.
What was yours? See, we're saying like our stuff is old school, but there are people watching this or are gonna watch this that are gonna think like, oh man, I used to have like, you know,
Yeah.
what's like an old, yeah, like the Dream or. Well, Phil, what was your first?
My first Android phone. My first
Oh.
Android phone is a Samsung S5830,
What's that?
which looks like a iPhone 4 knockoff too.
Everyone copied Apple at some point. Was it
I know.
Samsung? What?
That's the thing.
I wonder when Motorola is gonna fall to copy Apple. It has to
Sometime soon.
eventually.
It's gonna happen sometime in the next
Like
little.
one day Apple decided to put plastic in for their back.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Oh man, I just. Wait, Phil. What was your first? Was your first one or your first like Android experience the Moto X, or did you have anything before that?
No, I mean, my first phone was the iPhone 4, but I had it jailbroken, so I was the happiest kid.
That must have been awesome to play around
It
with
was
when you're.
awesome. Then I got an LG. I don't even remember the model, but that was the worst phone I've ever used. It was terrible.
I had like my first actual phone that was mine, that was like my first experience or whatever, was a not Kyocera. It was a, what was it Huawei? It was some sort of track phone with like, 200 megs of RAM, like,
That's
like 2 years ago. I paid like a penny per text. It was interesting. Like I could barely run like a music app on that thing. It was great. All right, what's next up? We got. Well, what else do you guys think about the A9? It seems we got Sense out of the way.
See, I can read off the specs for you if you want. I copied them from my notebook.
Just like they copied Apple. Or?
That thing is, but yeah, for me, like that thing is a joke.
$400 for 13 megapixel camera. 617 is like.
It's kind of sucky.
Well,
the battery is sucky. I agree with that.
I just don't think it's worth it. The battery life sucks too. It's
2000.
Well, we don't know about the life. It is running 6.0, so who knows about the battery? Like, no one's actually gotten like a review copy, have they?
Well,
No, but I mean, The new thing about the battery with 6.0 is those thing, right? And that only
Yeah,
works
exactly.
asleep. But the thing is, my phones are never asleep. I'm
Yeah,
always
that's a
using
good
them,
point.
so that wouldn't really bring a huge boost to my devices.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I think with this device you could get maybe reach for 3 hours of screen on time, probably.
That's not terrible, but off like a brand new phone that is not like I wish manufacturers like I wouldn't care if it's like I don't know a little thicker if I got like 3,000 milliamp hour
Exactly.
battery.
Or a little bigger, like our face.
Wait, it does have a QHD. Okay, no, it does have a QHD screen. I was gonna say like can you imagine like
Because now it has 1080p. That's why it's
2,100 milliamp hour battery with a
yeah. It's,
QHD
I
screen.
just don't see why it's worth it to spend $400 on that phone.
Well, you got
Well,
a fingerprint sensor.
maybe
I
you're buying it with like AT&T or some other carrier. Will be
You might
cheap.
be able no, it's actually unlocked. Isn't that one of the big selling points? Is that I think it's
Sure, you
buy it
can buy
online.
it from some other stores too, but it's just like I don't see a reason why I should get that one. You know what I mean? Instead of getting like 5X or like
Exactly.
or a Moto X.
Yeah, at that it's not a great price point, but I think I don't know if you're like I'm trying to think of what does it have over the two phones we just talked about? I mean the camera's not better. It's running Sense, it's not running stock.
Mm.
I think it's a phone for the people who want an iPhone but can't get an iPhone.
But
There
cannot
you go.
afford
No,
an
but if they
iPhone.
give them $400 on a phone, they could get an iPhone. Like maybe like a five or a
How much does an iPhone cost over there in dollars?
in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. If you get like a brand new 6 Plus was like $800 or something. I think.
Because here
Um,
it's over twice that money.
wait, you mean in pesos and then converted?
Exactly. In
Oh,
pesos, it's over
jeez.
20,000. I
Okay, so
don't
that
know.
would be in
That's just
dollars.
a lot of pesos.
Let's see, 20,000 pesos in dollars. It's probably similar. Let's
It's
see,
over. I don't know, 10,000. I don't know.
in dollars. Not that we all agree on that iPhones are expensive.
Yeah,
But
super
yeah,
expensive.
there
I
you go.
think one other improvement that HTC made is they finally decided they're not going to make any more layers in the bottom. You know how they used to have like 3 layers?
Yeah,
On
exactly.
oh
It
yeah,
used
yeah,
to
that's true.
Now they
over.
actually only have one.
Well,
But
they've hit as a
that was
company,
until
they've
later.
hit bottom, right? So they can't go any lower.
Exactly.
My friends been complaining about it for like almost every day.
You have friends?
Uh, oh, aren't you my friend? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So for
Anyway,
some of the phones, for some of the phones, see the virtual bottom over here.
oh, I thought you were gonna try and show me like you texting friends.
No. Whatever. So for some app, you could have some other additional menus. What do? You usually have
Right.
you screw some of the virtual bottom over, and then you have a additional menu bottom over here popped up, right?
Right.
But what HTC does is or some I think it used to be HTC and some of the other Chinese companies too. They add on a layer on top of it, and then it's just 3 dots for additional menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And
I'm not a
that
huge
is
fan of
very
Sense.
stupid.
Yeah.
But HTC only started adding like the layers under the screen until they stopped using these buttons, which I just forgot their name.
The capacitive buttons.
Exactly. Like before, their design was pretty good. I mean, I would use this phone if it didn't have terrible specs.
Yeah. Wait, what is it again? What is? Let's
The
see.
1X.
Oh yeah, the one
One
X.
For today's standards,
with
it
the X.
isn't good enough.
Well, no. Oh, does that have the camera thing? Like the
Yeah, it does have
the
a weird camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You.
So if you lay
Wait,
it
that's
on
because
a
of
table,
Tegra 4, right?
it will get scratched very easily.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, should we start on the Microsoft stuff?
I
Yeah.
think since we're talking about phone, we can talk about Lumia 950 and
Yeah. All right.
like,
And then we can go to the other stuff. All right. What do you guys think about the new Lumias, the 1020 or the 950 and the 950 XL?
They're pretty.
They are very pretty. I agree with that.
Finally,
iPhone.
makes an aesthetically appealing phone.
Mm.
I have never dug their
I
phones before.
That is a very no. You know what phone I really like, but I don't think you guys will agree with me. I think is it the 410? Let me see, the Lumia 410.
Wait, they also copied Apple.
No, on the 410?
No, on the 950
Oh, the
and
950.
on their new laptop
No,
they
that sort of looks like a Moto X, doesn't it? That's sort of what I thought it was.
It does have the Windows logo on the back. Did you see the
Yeah,
new Microsoft laptop? The laptop, not the
that thing is.
tablet, the laptop.
Oh, not the phone. Okay.
It's the
Yeah.
what's it called?
The Microsoft book or the Surface book?
The Surface Book.
Wait,
Surface
why don't we jump?
Oh, that thing is. Okay, we can talk about
that
that thing in a little bit because I want to talk about that. But what's okay about the phones?
We'll talk
What do
about
you think about like continuing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
What?
cover that in a little bit because that's
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I love the new Lumias. I think they're really pretty. I mean, as always, you got the really awesome camera. Oh God, did you guys see the conference?
Yeah,
No,
I
I
did.
didn't.
Oh, you should check it out because it's like he plugged it into like this new HDMI adapter thingy and he
That
used
thing
it.
is called, no, the function is called continuum.
Oh,
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And then like it reminds me, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The Ubuntu phone that's supposed to turn out to
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I had already forgotten about it.
see the idea that
Yeah,
Ubuntu was originally was they have a super brick phone, like 10 pounds in their hands with all the.
I mean,
So basically,
I
like little phone that run Ubuntu, but once you connect it to a keyboard and a monitor, it become a little personal computer.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty cool.
That's exactly what Microsoft's doing now. They just like picking up the idea. Oh, if you are not doing it, then I can do it.
But I mean, that's
Yeah, we're
an
Microsoft. We have way more money
awesome
than you do.
Yeah,
That's an awesome idea for companies. Like instead of having to buy all these new computers,
Mhm.
you just buy the monitors and give your employees a new Lumia phone,
Mhm.
and then you avoid the cost of buying new computers plus a phone.
But
It's
I
two
think
in one.
I think lots of people worry about like the capability and like how smooth your phone like maybe
if it's a work
not be
phone.
powerful enough to run like a 1,000 sheet long spread or something like that.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure if for like work stuff, it should be. Like I'm trying to think of like a work application. I mean, even 1,000
PowerPoint.
MB spreadsheet.
Well, like
Yeah,
for
PowerPoint, just a really
for
media
Excel,
intense PowerPoint.
for Excel, if you're using some like actual features that requires high hardware, your phone is going to lag pretty hard.
No, I agree with that.
I mean,
But I
Mac
mean, what
lag when sometimes when I use Excel, when you try to put in like formulas and stuff, it's just bad.
True. I mean, but
It does have a decent processor, the Snapdragon 808, I think.
yeah, that's
I
right.
think for people like students or like normal officer, it's going to be super useful.
Yeah, exactly. And
Well, I don't think it's
You
not
can-
meant to replace. It's not meant to replace your phone though, or it's your
It is not.
computer. It's meant as like say you're going on a trip and you don't want to bring your laptop or your computer, then you can just log around.
It's kind of like the idea from both Google Drive and the Ubuntu phone. If you're using like Office 365, you have
Right.
everything of you online, and once a sudden,
I mean-
if your computer breakdown or if your laptop breakdown and you have an important meeting, and you can just plug your phone in and you can open it whenever you want or change things.
I think the dream is like.
What do you say?
Just 'cause I was gonna say, I think the dream is like running a really really strong mobile processor, and then just you use your plug in your phone at work, use it while it charges, go back home, use it while it charges, and then you never have to bring a computer around.
But
it does have pretty good specs. 3 GB of RAM, a good processor, 1.5 6 or 1.8 gigahertz. And
What?
it does have micro SD expandability, so you could use it as a computer for some time. But yeah, you're right. You wouldn't be able to replace a computer with this.
Yeah, there's no way you will replace it for a computer. It's just for like what I said. It will be pretty useful for like emergency situations.
Mhm.
Oh my God! I need my spreadsheet right now.
Well, no, just like if you're with your phone and then your laptop just doesn't work,
No,
or
I agree. I'm just kidding. But
if
yeah,
you
no, I
want,
totally agree with that.
if you don't, or like what they describe on the website is that it's easier if you don't want to take your computer to work. Well, I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine how cool it would be to show up to school with like just a phone and then like
Yeah, where are you going to find a monitor and a keyboard?
Okay, I didn't think that out completely, but like
to
okay, maybe
school?
work could be better. Yeah, maybe not for school, but like if you were working and then you just like brought it to yeah, that'd be cool. I mean,
Well, I think for a certain things, you might be able to give all your employees a phone and then just use it as a computer, maybe.
yeah,
You just have a monitor and keyboard on your desk, on your employee's desk, and all they need to do is just plug in their phones, and you can work when you go back home too. And it's also a phone. You know how some companies limited what phones their employees can use?
yeah,
I think that's the
Or
whole
they
point
hang out phones for their employees. I think that might be what they're looking for.
yeah. That's probably their target
For
audience. What
people
are you
like
gonna say,
us,
Phil?
I mean, like, I don't see, yeah.
I mean, it's like since we're in school. I mean, I guess I rethought that my previous statement. Like, I can't imagine actually doing it, but the concept is cool.
exactly. But
Like, I've
you
had
know, no, sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say I've had like tons of experiences when like my laptop's just not working at school, and I like
Mhm.
need yeah. Or say you forget to charge your laptop. That's another thing. I've had that problem before.
But you
Mhm.
know what's awesome? I'm
But
really obsessed with the Surface Book.
oh my God, me too. It's so
It's unbelievable.
it's such a
So,
pretty laptop.
book?
It does resemble the Mac Pro, but
I love. Did you guys hear the? Okay, you didn't hear the conference, right? But the way they described it was hilarious. He was just like, "Oh yeah, you guys wanted 16 gigabytes of RAM? Yeah, we threw that in. You wanted
They're like,
terabytes storage?
oh, you want this? Yeah, we put it in.
Yeah, we got it. We got you guys covered.
See, the thing funny to me is Microsoft actually started to listen to their users.
No, I
That's
know.
funny.
finally.
It's great, and the thing is, like, I love their core user appears to be someone with a really creative job. Like they're going to work and they're using the pen to circle like a picture else, and that like the average person's not going to use all of those features in the way that they describe, but as just a laptop, it's still really good.
Just I think it's for a lot of, if you look at all the features that we have on these technologies these days, it's just like we throw the feature in for you, but it depends on you whether you're going to use it or not. But it is
That's true.
you can use it if you want, but you cannot use it if you're not going to use it,
No,
or
that's true.
if you're not smart enough to figure out how to use it. But it is there. It's for those people who want it.
And I
Like
mean,
I'm not a
that's
very
way better.
artsy person. Huh?
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
way better than Apple, who charges like $100 for just a stylus.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
pen is
And the-
expensive too. Like,
And this has like a year-long battery or something, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the pen.
battery
That's really
is-
cool. That's awesome.
But it sucks when you lose it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, how much does it cost to replace? I'm sure they have a carrying silo, right?
Well, maybe. Well, they probably have some kind of plan, but just
They
like.
better have a carrying silo. Wait, I gotta check that. That's important. Can you
Mhm.
imagine if they didn't? Like, I think this is the first, or maybe not the first, but one of the best MacBook alternatives. Like the best MacBook alternative out there.
I would
You know
get
what I
this
thought?
over a MacBook.
Sorry?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would
Oh, yeah, I
buy
would
this
just-
over a MacBook.
Like when I was picking out like a laptop for school, I didn't want to get a MacBook because I was like, okay, there's some programs I'm gonna want that are gonna be on Windows that I don't, not gonna be on Mac. So I was like, okay, what can I get that's because everyone else was getting a MacBook. Like, what do I get for school?
Mhm.
And the Yoga 2 is basically the closest thing I got to the perfect laptop for school.
Mhm.
But this seems even better,
Yeah. I mean, you can detach the screen. The hinges are super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything
And it's a
about
tablet.
this.
I don't
Exactly.
know if I did. Huh?
No, I mean exactly. It's a tablet.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd ever use it. I never like my yoga has like a hinge to turn it into a tablet, but I can't remember the last time I used it.
But then,
But the thing about this, you know how the Surface, like a Surface, the tablet with the keyboard, cannot replace a proper computer.
Right, no,
And
because the
this is
keyboard's not. Yeah.
exactly, but also the processor and everything isn't good enough.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
that's true.
is perfect because
Yeah.
you can use it also as a tablet for designing stuff if you're an architect or something.
This is basically the quintessential Windows laptop, I think.
Exactly.
yeah.
It's got the best of everything.
Well, yeah. The thing about the Surface Pro is, although it started at $1,500, but it actually have a pretty good specs.
I don't know where the Surface Pro fits in now. I mean, I know it's $900, like there's a $600 difference.
Well, no,
But
I think I just find it interesting, like how Google and Apple started to make products like Surface Pro, and then Microsoft started to make things like MacBook.
yes. Eventually, they're going to be releasing the exact same product. Like at some point, it's going to happen.
Merge.
No,
All
it's
the brands
just like
merge.
it's just like Google and then Apple start to realize, oh, Surface is a good idea, and then Microsoft realize, oh, MacBook is a good idea.
I mean,
And then,
I guess that's just how things work. I mean, that's what I was telling you about earlier about like variety, because everyone's trying to beat each other because they're always trying to get the best things from each person. But
then,
the more competition you have, the better, the
yes.
more
See,
each person can expand.
For Surface Book, you are selling it almost the same price as a 13-inch MacBook Pro. But what is different is you have a larger RAM, you have a better processor, the Mac just started to use Core M now, which is lame because it's slow and whatever. I just don't want to talk about it. But then, like, they also improve their graphic cards pretty well. You get, I look into article that says the graphic cards on the Surface Book is pretty much close to a GTX 950M or something like that.
What does that mean?
You don't even need to know what that means. It's just like
it's magic. It's basically what the conference said. It's perfect.
But all the things you need to know is everything is better. Battery life too. Everything is just better than the 13-inch MacBook.
It's not like the guy at the conference. It's just, oh my god, this thing is way better, and it has everything you guys would ever want in it.
Yeah, magic is about to happen.
The 1 terabyte storage is one of the best things ever, just because on a laptop that's like the biggest computer in storage.
But then, are they putting in an SSD or what? I
have no clue. I'm gonna double check.
For 1 terabyte,
really?
it sounds like you're putting in the hard drive. You know what I mean?
Wait, no, there's no way. No, it is a 1 terabyte. No, wait. Yeah, it is a solid state drive. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they lower down the cost. And
isn't that like insanely expensive? No, wait, it comes in storage options.
And if you think about it this way, if you think about Surface Book as a insane, pretty good ultra book.
Wait, but I don't know if the terabyte is for all of. It's like when you. I think it's an option.
Yeah,
there might be different models, but
50,
still.
There's 2 models. There's there's
128, then jumps to 256.
Yeah, he's
then
right.
half a terabyte and the terabyte.
Mm-hmm.
I would get the terabyte even though I'm not even gonna use it.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure 1 terabyte SSD by itself is worth more than is worth like at least a lot.
I have like a 250 gigabytes SSD, which worth like $1 for a gigabyte when I bought it.
Let's see. Okay, 1 terabyte SSD on Amazon is on Newegg is $506.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
The only negative thing about this thing is
that they can get a cheaper one because they're the manufacturer.
No, I know, but I mean, think about it though. Like, if by itself to a consumer, that's a 500 terabyte,
And you have a pretty good graphic performance. you have a pretty good productivity that you can for things you can do. It's a pretty good product. I mean,
this is the thing. What I think Windows is missing that would make it like like right away you should buy this thing is a suite of like what's the thing called, the work suite, that's what it's called, like the iPhotos, iMovie, GarageBand, like that's so nice on Mac.
Yeah, like they just made it for you. You don't have to download some other app, and it's free.
Yeah, and I mean they're so much better than these other me and Phil both use Vegas, right?
Yeah, we use Vegas.
Yeah, we use Vegas, and it's nice, but the amount of work it took to try and get to get a legally obtained copy took us a lot. Like,
see that
super expensive.
Yeah, it's like $800 or something for.
Yeah, there will be a user experience for a product. Like
it's a huge deal though. Like GarageBand or at least iMovie by itself is right away something that on Windows would cost $500, and it's way less complicated than stuff you can get.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it's like $500 on Windows, but probably like $50. Let's put it that way.
But unless the closest equivalent is like Windows Movie Maker right away, like out of the box. Like,
it's terrible.
Oh yeah, it's crap, right?
I mean, I edited my first videos on
I remember
Movie Maker, and they just froze when they were rendering.
God, yeah.
They were terrible.
I was trying to edit 4K in Windows Movie Maker. I actually had to do that. On a recent video, I accidentally recorded the whole thing in 4K. I didn't realize it.
Oh my
God.
When
I rendered it, it took me like an hour to render, and then to upload, it said it was 3 weeks for upload time. So I had to take the whole thing, throw it into Windows Movie Maker, and re-export it as a Windows movie file or something. So it was way smaller.
But each operating system has its good things and its bad things. I mean, it's awesome that the Mac comes with everything. But the other day we were looking up some demos for the Oculus Rift, and there is so little content for Mac. I think they already stopped supporting Mac.
For what?
The Oculus doesn't support Mac for developers anymore.
Yeah. I mean, even for... Wait, say that again?
The Oculus Rift.
Oh, the Oculus,
Yeah. It doesn't support Mac anymore. It supports, but the new features don't.
Windows is sort of like the Android of computers. It's more fun, but it doesn't work exactly how you want it a lot of the time, and it doesn't have support for really Windows or Mac has the Mac App Store, which when you always see people writing about computer apps, they're talking about Evernote and Todoist for Mac and stuff like that. You do have the Windows App Store, which I'm sure they're going to start improving, but as of right now, it's not great.
No. Plus, the Evernote tab is awful.
Yeah.
A thing about the Windows App Store is they actually putting all the devices together. Your phone, your tablet, your PC are all using the same store.
That's such a great idea.
It's and I think it's going to be what the future might look like if you look at basically you're putting the same system on every device.
Yeah, I mean it's a really cool concept, but they have to make sure that they can get developers on board for it, otherwise there's no point. On the
Also, have you ever used a Facebook app on Windows?
Did you see the conference? Right away they announced we're getting Facebook and Instagram and Facebook Messenger.
But don't you think that's really an awkward way to go on Facebook? You download and then you open Facebook, like how you would open Facebook on your phone.
Yeah, I mean,
my laptop, it's super weird.
I mean, him and Zuck must have met at a party and were like, "Hey, can you guys work on this, please?"
Yeah.
I think that's how the way about it. I mean, it's Facebook. Okay, no one's likely gonna check Instagram on an app on their computer. They're gonna check it on their browser.
Yes. So I think that's the smart thing about Google for making Chrome OS.
Yeah.
And
Like the Chrome, the idea of
the team Firefox, they're making the Firefox OS too. It's the same. It's going to be the system itself is a browser. You browse app instead of download app.
Have you guys had a lot of experience with Chromebooks?
I don't. But I saw some videos about how it works.
I know
Like,
someone who owns one. I've sort of been trying it out, but
so you know how like Google Drive and Mac itself is
right.
going technically is different every time you open it.
Okay.
Like there's Google has tons of engineer working on things like this all the time. They change code like every day.
Yeah, I mean they're constantly updating it.
Sometimes once in a while when you go on Google Doc, you find out something is different without having you downloading any extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You are viewing the changes like
As they happen.
some stuff on their things, and then when you visit it, it's already changed.
Yeah, like the way they update their apps is nice.
So yeah, so in the future, what I think is I really don't like the way that Microsoft is putting things, like how you're going to download a Facebook app.
But
but then I think it might be better if you just go on a browser and then browse whatever web you want instead of downloading an app for it.
I'm confused as to where you're going with this. You mean like you like how wait, what?
Like, do you think the future is running apps on the browser?
Yeah.
I like the idea of running app on the browser better than you download an app of
okay, because the live updates to your browser, or to the app on the browser, so to speak, is much better than updating an actual app on your computer.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. No, I mean I agree with that.
That on paper that's awesome, but me with my background of terrible internet connections throughout my whole life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would need like Google Fiber everywhere for it to be perfect.
I mean, the thing about there's a big difference between using a browser app versus a native app, especially on mobile. Like I know people who use like Facebook on their mobile browser just because it's more secure or whatever, but I can't imagine doing that.
No, but like what I'm saying is they're making systems, so the system itself is a browser.
Yeah, I mean, I like that idea. Like, no, it's like the Chromebook. I like the idea, and I think it's really smart because there's so many people like grandparents and like people who mostly use their computers for work that want a cheap device that they don't have to worry about. They can't get viruses. They don't have to worry about like stuff like.
Not just viruses, though. It's like how the experience is different and everything. You don't have to download an app anymore. Every time when it updates, you don't have to download it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That sounds like something out of a Google conference, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we covered the main things.
To Windows 10, I'm really off the topic.
No, I mean that's good. I mean, we got a lot of. All right, we can talk about. I mean, what do you guys think about your new phones, like the ones you got recently? Start with your
phone.
I love it. Yeah. I think it's better than your Nexus 6.
You're cool. But why though?
Why? Because I just like it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a good reason.
I mean, I spent freaking $400 on this thing. You gotta like it.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, you do. Okay. Aside from the fact that you just bought a phone, like I don't know. I actually had a choice to either buy this thing or wait for the new Moto and the new Nexuses, and I'm actually happy I went with this mainly because I got it for like $400. The only thing I was worried about was the size, and I've adjusted to it like really nicely. Like I can't go back.
Yeah, I worry about the size.
Once you go big, you never go back. I started with this. Now I'm with the. So yeah, that's.
Same. I went from my Moto X is upstairs, but I went from like the exact same phone to this thing, and now it's it's so. Look at it.
But the bigger size.
From like a 4.7 to a 5.7, I think.
Oh yeah, how big was you were on Nexus 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the 4-incher, 4.7 probably.
The Nexus 4, yeah, I believe was a 4.7 roughly, or it was a little smaller, I think.
But the thing about big phones, forget about the bigger screen and all the uncomfort that comes with it. Because let's face it, it's not the most comfortable thing.
Yes.
But the
Speak for
whole...
yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't go to the gym with my phone because it will fall out of my pants whenever I sit down. But because
Yeah,
it's so
that's a
big and
problem.
everything, the battery can also be bigger. And it may be the same age as my other phone, but the battery literally lasts over twice as much.
So I think I
Because
have
of
two
the
main
size.
problems with a big phone. One of them is, the sort of awkwardness of it, and the fact that if I'm walking around, you feel it in your pocket. And the second one is that everyone thinks I have a 6 Plus, and I've been getting questions literally every day as to why why I have such a big phone. It's ridiculous. I expected maybe a couple people oh, that's a big phone, that's cool, what is that? It seems like every other person I talk to is just like, why do you have an iPad mini as a phone?
Wait, and as a hand, a thing is, when I first got my Nexus 4, everybody around me said that, oh, Peter has a big ass phone. And then now they got a iPhone 6 pretty much the same size, and I got a new Moto X, and they still think I have a big ass phone.
But the thing about your Moto X though is it doesn't look like a big phone, right?
It does. It kind of does. If you're comparing it to Nexus 4 or.
Oh yeah, if you compare it to the Nexus 4, but it's built. It's a big phone that's built like a small phone, small bezels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I always come across? People asking me to hold my phone, put it against their face, and then like this.
You need a Bluetooth headphone, bro.
I get that too. But not about the. People just to be like, oh my god, this is so, it's bigger than my face. Whoa.
It's actually not that big if you start using it, and I think having a big screen is actually very nice.
No, for sure. The benefits definitely outweigh any crap I get for having a huge phone.
Exactly.
The speakers on this thing are insane. They could fill a room if I'm playing the right file.
That's the thing that I miss about my phone. The speakers. Because
are they tinny?
I mean, it's one speaker right here, and if you put it on the minimum volume, it's super loud.
But wait, what?
Maximum volume, it isn't loud at all. So the difference between the minimum and the highest volume is this much. And say, if I'm at home and everyone is asleep and I want to listen to music, I can't because the lowest volume is super loud. But if everyone is making noise and I want to listen to music, I also can't because
the lowest volume is too loud, or the highest volume is too high.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. The highest volume is too low.
Do you have a Bluetooth speaker? Because that was probably one of the best investments I ever made
I
for an
do
accessory.
I actually
those are nice.
In the video, I think.
Oh yeah, you have one of those. You have the sound link, right?
Yeah, it's actually right here. The sound link mini is super awesome. I'm in love with this.
No, mine's upstairs. How much?
Sorry?
Yeah, huh?
Huh?
I was gonna say, as much as I thought having a speaker wouldn't be cool, just having it around is super nice when I'm doing homework or just need music sort of louder.
I have a speaker in my room. I just want to turn to let you see my table. It's super messy.
Is it? All right. Do you have one of those portable speakers, or do you have a big speaker?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn it anyways.
All right. We can see how messy you are. It's all right.
This one, if you can see it, is supposed to.
Oh my god. Your desk is super messy.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything because mine's actually worse, but...
I'm actually not in my room right now, so you guys can see. There's absolutely nothing here.
You're lucky.
I'm just gonna show off my lack of organization.
Let me just see the work ticket that I made on my table.
Is this gonna be okay? We gotta mention that, if we do end up making this a podcast, we gotta mention that, all right, guys. Right now, we're just showing around a quick tour of our room.
Well, also
So
I
we
don't think
started
anybody's
talking about the
you know.
HTC, now we're talking about room organization.
Yeah, it's just this is I got my door centered like right here, and it's just
Actually, no, you know what? Actually, my room will be a lot better if everything is wireless.
what do you mean?
Like lots of things on my table are like wires, and I hate them.
But they give you like geek cred though.
Huh?
They
I
give you
have
like
a
geek cred.
charger to my laptop. I have a connector, this one, to my speaker that plugs into my phone or my laptop, and then I have my headphones. I also have some other, like a USB. There's just too many wires for me, and that's something that you use regularly, so I couldn't put them away and take. I don't want to put them away and take them out, so everything is just on my desk.
I think that's a nice segue to what do you guys think about wireless charging?
Dude, it's
I don't know, I don't like it.
You know, what?
it's a
I
future.
know, I'm weird, I don't like it, because I always use my phones while I charge them, so I wouldn't be able to
I
use
think
them.
one reason why you don't like it is you can't really use your phone when you charge it, right?
Exactly, that's the only reason why I don't like it.
One location.
But, I mean, for the smartwatches, it's the best thing you can have.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can you imagine actually plugging in?
That's one thing. I just realized one
no
thing. Do we all have the same watch?
Oh yeah.
Moto?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Moto 360s.
We should change the title of this podcast to the Ultimate Moto 360 Ever.
Yeah, the Moto 360 Club.
Yep. Something like
All
that.
right. So, Phil, you got to get going, or?
Yeah, I do have to get going.
Hey, before you go, check out the video. A college professor actually figured out a way to charge a device with Wi-Fi.
What?
What?
Look it up on Google. It's super interesting. I don't want to talk about it here.
Oh, the...
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I remember I read something about it. Charging... Yeah.
Charging your phone with Wi-Fi signals.
How?
Think about that kind of wireless charging.
It's
Yeah, I'll
like
look into
one
it,
of those
actually.
cheetah mobile scam apps which claim to clean your phone and give you 3 times as much battery. But the thing is that is actually real. Unlike those apps.
I've always thought a solar panel on a phone would be super cool, and then I realized it'd be like,
It
huh?
probably costs a lot.
Yeah, it would cost a lot, be really big, and you would get like 1% of extra battery if you're in the sun.
Maybe, yeah.
But there are
What if you
actually
have no
power
light?
packs
That's the
for
thing.
solar panels.
Hmm?
Yeah.
There are power packs who have actually solar panels.
Yeah, power packs make sense because you can like put those up where you're like camping and stuff. But on a phone itself, it's stupid. Now I think about it.
I have a power bank with me the whole time.
Yeah, I want to start. I was thinking of doing that, and I was like, okay, it's either that or I upgrade my phone. Let's upgrade my phone.
Well, but then, and since my phone has turbo charging now, I just bring my I just bring a charger with me. I just.
But I
charge
feel
it
like
on my phone.
my phone. I shouldn't have to do that. That seems like a crutch for my phone almost. I don't know.
So I'm gonna go right now. So I don't know if you wanna follow through with the podcast.
Yeah, I have not eaten dinner yet, so.
All right. Well, yet. Aren't you hungry?
I am hungry. I'm going to eat dinner after this.
I think we. Okay. All right. Well, I think this would be probably a good time to end it. That was a good first try, guys.
I mean, we just pretty much went off topic all the time. I think it's
So what will be the title for the podcast? So we discussed
the Ultimate 360 advertisement. That's what it is. There.
360
And
rooms.
then
We discussed
Peter's
everything.
weird browsing habits at the end.
You can do that too.
So I guess we'll see each other eventually.
All right.
Or
Eventually, yeah, maybe a couple weeks. I mean, next week we got stuff going, but sometime after that, maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
hopefully by the next time.
Not sure if anyone is actually going to see this, but yeah.
Let's hope that we get a couple of views, probably around 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'll get my parents to see it, and then.
Yeah, the same here. My dad always watches my videos. Actually, he's in the room next door, so.
Philip, you're a senior, right?
Sorry?
You're a senior in high school, right?
Yeah, this is my last year.
You're the same as me. You're filling out like college application now, right?
Yeah, I'm enrolled already.
Hey, wait, guys, should I stop the broadcast right now? And so we can just talk
Yeah.
here.